Hello, everybody. Welcome into another post-show headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas, so my man John Kincade. We do this every single day after the show, 6A to 10A, Kincade and Salciunas, and then post-show headlines where we discuss 5 minutes, 5 topics, about 2 minutes each. We do this
that makes 10 minutes
every single day. I still can't get it right, Johnny.
He can't, but you'd be like good on like the Today Show. If you had a prompter and it just had to read.
I was amazed today when Amy Fadul, who joins us Tuesdays in the 9 o'clock hour, told us that prompters aren't, nobody's doing it anymore.
It's
voice automated.
Voice automated.
I had no idea.
Which is amazing.
All right. Question number 1. As we began legal tampering yesterday, today day 2.
LTT today.
Legal tampering Tuesday. The Minnesota Vikings are winning the offseason right now. Jeff McClain, when he was on with us earlier today, said he's always wary of the team that's considered the winner of the offseason because it never normally plays out for them. So let me ask you your typical reaction to when somebody says this team won the offseason. We think back to Dream Team, which obviously was horrible here in Philadelphia. But you could make the case that the Eagles won the offseason last year when they landed Saquon Barkley and they won the Super Bowl. So when you hear somebody won the offseason in any sport, what's your normal reaction to that?
I usually will roll my eyes, and I usually will have the impact of saying Dream Team fatigue and thinking you can't go buy yourself a championship and do that. Problem is, this is a 15-2 Vikings team.
Correct.
That is going out, and at every position they've improved, I think they've improved. I think every single one of them they brought in is better than the player that they're replacing. So to me, I think this is a major problem. But as I told you today, I think the NFC North is going to be such a bloodbath that will actually benefit the Eagles because the Eagles will have, let's just say, an easier divisional path than probably any team in the NFC.
Yeah, it could be. And sticking in the NFC North, a lot of people say the Bears could be, they're like in second place and win the offseason because of their offensive line, which I like what the Bears are doing for their sake. But they're coming off of a very low amount of win season, whereas the Vikings are coming off of a 15-win season. So that does kind of scare you a little bit. It all comes down to McCarthy.
They get Ben Johnson coming in as their head coach, though.
That's true.
So there's going to be more innovation and everything like that. Look, that division's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
And the Eagles got to play a few of them.
Now, not to add to the fear of winning the offseason, the Dodgers won the offseason last year and won a World Series.
Yeah, so they did.
It can happen.
They can win any year.
Yes, they couldn't win this year, unfortunately. All right, question number 2. Milton Williams got paid over $100 million on his 4-year deal. Name me a player or players that you remember getting paid and you going, that guy got what?
Oh, wow.
It's hard for me to think.
When I think of...
Jason Worth got paid, what was it, 6 years, 126?
And at the time, that was outrageous.
That's a big comeback. Yeah.
For a Jason Worth player.
Right.
That was outrageous.
Who did it for a year and a half pretty much because he platooned with Jeff Jenkins.
Right.
And then he got paid off of that year and a half. And he was great with the Phillies. And then it kind of fell off.
I'm going to say is that I have a bias against the man, the player that he is. Every time that I saw Anthony Davis get paid, I thought that in basketball. Yeah, he's a really good player. If you're saying about bad players that are able to do that, man, I'm trying to think of who that would be.
I mean, there's a couple going on right now, like Geno Smith, Sam Darnold getting that kind of money.
The only thing is, though, is they're getting paid on a scale that the quarterbacks, it's always like the range game on The Price is Right.
That's true.
Where there's always going to be a floor, there's going to be a ceiling, and they're going to come in somewhere in that range, which never really works out like that.
Right.
But
Matt Flynn, that's a good one. Good job, Dylan.
The backup quarterback of the Dolphins who went to Detroit back in the day, and somebody will watch this and will know immediately his name. He started and then he went to Miami, and it was a disaster. And I'm drawing a blank on his name. There's some bad ones over the years, and it tends to be quarterbacks. People see a backup quarterback and think I can't remember. No, AJ Feely.
Not AJ. I know AJ Feely. Yeah,
and AJ listens to the show.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying AJ Feely.
So AJ does listen to our show. I'm not sure if he watches on YouTube and he likes and subscribes.
You should. Everybody should.
But he does listen in carpool. He does listen.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thank you, AJ.
You have question 3. It's a baseball related. I'm wearing a Philly shirt that apparently has blood all over it.
And you're doing it, but the blood's on the back.
Somebody's stabbing me in the back, apparently.
So I got my Phillies mug, too, today. I'm very excited. I'm excited for you to go down to spring training next week. Enjoy yourself in Clearwater. Here's a question I have for you. I'm annoyed by Bryce Harper. Shocking. About something. Bryce Harper tells The Athletic, there's so much left to accomplish here in Philadelphia. Hello? Newsflash. Other than like an 8-week run in 2022, the accomplishment here in Philly, for him personally is one thing, but for the team, he goes, we have so much more, there's so much left to accomplish. I think it's been 8 weeks of great baseball that led to a World Series that they lost, and other than that, it's been disappointment.
No.
Okay, go on.
They won 95 games last
Okay,
year.
what did that do for you in October?
They got cold and lost in the playoffs.
Yes.
The year before, they choked away
a monumental gag job that will be remembered forever.
In an NLCS.
Well, up, and you're coming home to supposedly the top home field advantage in baseball, which hasn't proven out, by the way, 3 years in a row.
But, like, okay, so I get it. The way that it's played out, you know the information. But if I asked you, hey, when they signed Bryce Harper, I'm guaranteeing you that they get to a World Series, they get to an NLCS, they win 95 games. These are all 3 different seasons. You would sign up for it. And he is saying there's more.
I want to tell you, when they signed Bryce Harper, I was signing up for a championship.
Yeah, and
he said
there's more left to accomplish.
The thing is, this team's moving. Hello, newsflash. This team's moving away from a championship. They're not moving towards one. They're not. They had an 8-week hot streak.
I don't know how you can say they're. I understand they
are descending.
Finished each year further back, but they're not.
Well, that's how I'm saying it.
Their window's not closed.
What don't you? I didn't say the window was closed.
Yeah,
what I said
so
they're moving away from a championship.
So he told you there's more left to accomplish.
Oh, good. Well, thanks for the news flash.
There's more left to be accomplished.
Thanks for the news flash.
You're taking his words. If you just take it at gospel, yeah, there's more left to be accomplished.
Yeah, it's like no, but it's like that's
if
what
anything,
I mean.
I thought you were going to be more annoyed with the first base move to the outfield.
Well, no, I'm already worried about that. The fact that look, he'll tell his boss exactly what he wants to do, and Rob Thompson will pencil it in.
I told you.
That's what it's going to be.
I'm
willing to move. I'm willing to move to the outfield if you sign the right guy. What the hell are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Take the Eagles mentality. Be willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah, and he told you that. He's willing to go to the outfield.
Only if they sign the right guy.
Yes.
He did not say that he was willing to go to the outfield. He said if they signed the right person, he'd be willing to go.
What if he thought they'd go get a better outfielder instead?
Guess
so
what?
He stays at
Dave
first base.
Dombrowski shouldn't have to ask him.
The point
that
he's trying to make is, hey, I am comfortable going back to the outfield.
If they get the player that I want.
Yeah, because he's a Gold Glove first baseman.
What is he in right field? He'd be fantastic there too. We know that.
Not toward this tail end of his career. You're going to want to keep him out of the outfield.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to be your DH of the future when Schwarber's gone.
Oh, well, this team's got a lot of DHs on the roster.
Yes, they do.
Too many.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
As you just mentioned, I'm going to Clearwater.
It's going to be awesome.
So Rachel Pitts, who is our you call her what, the digital dictator?
She's the digital dictator.
She runs our digital content department, so like YouTube and everything.
And you do what she says, or.
So I told her that I was going to Clearwater. She's from the Tampa area.
She is.
So she knows all about Clearwater, all about Florida. And she asked me, are we going to Publix at all?
Oh, Publix.
And I said yes, because we're taking my 2-year-old, soon-to-be 3-year-old son. So
it's a supermarket.
We need to buy yogurts. We need to buy PB&Js, all that kind of stuff. We're going to Publix before we go to the hotel.
Okay.
Because we're landing before check-in.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to stock up on his snacks, his mini lunches, some liquor and booze because
I hardly even know her.
Because they have that stuff at Publix. She said that you have to get one of their sandwiches that they make there.
Publix subs are the quality of any great sub shop here in Philly.
But what I'm going to ask you, is it a violation to get a Publix sandwich as the first item of
no, because you're going to Publix.
First item that I'm getting.
No, it's not.
Because I could go to a bar, I could go to any place in Florida, grouper. I can get the first thing I'm gonna do is gonna get a cutlet sandwich.
Well, like I ate seafood in almost every single meal while I was on the island. So I absolutely I would get a Publix sub just to get one. Get yourself a half sub if you want, just to get a taste of it. They're awesome, and I don't understand why supermarkets. The one thing I can't figure out, after living in the South for 26 years, how our supermarkets here are third world compared to what you get in the South. Publix is amazing.
Publix is amazing.
They're amazing.
It depends on which
Look,
grocery
it says,
stores you go
now we
to.
go to Wegmans. And Wegmans is really real
Whole
nice.
Foods is great. Some are actually serving alcohol nowadays.
Yeah,
so
look, it's just compare it. No, it's in comparison, and that's a big comparison. The supermarkets are completely different down there.
Yeah.
And you'll see it at Publix.
All right. Well, I've been to Publix before. But what do we got? You have the fifth question.
Okay.
What do we got?
This is the fifth one for you here, and I got to ask. Is that you're getting ready to go down to Florida?
Yes.
And you're getting ready to travel like that.
Very excited.
Let's just say it concerned me to find out that people, when they go to a hotel room, do not clean it the minute that they go in.
No, I never did. Never in my life.
Okay. We saw it, and the reason why this is coming up
Never in
is,
my life.
okay, the reason it's coming up is because one of the stations did the
blue light. It's disgusting. I get it.
I almost passed out.
Well, good thing the room lights aren't blue lights.
Okay, they were doing it, and it was on a national news, and they were showing you Florida. And they were showing you Florida.
Spring break Florida. I know what goes on, Johnny.
They were showing you Florida hotel rooms, and they looked like porn sets, crime scenes. And I'm just going to tell you, bring along the wipes and everything, because now...
What am I going to do with the sheets?
No, just burn the sheets. Just sleep on top.
I don't sleep on any sheets?
I tear the comforter off, and I just sleep on top of the sheets. Because I'm telling you, the scary thing was the comforter. Number one thing was the comforter.
I know.
And they were showing the remote controls to the TV.
Oh, they probably
were atrocious. Looked like something out of Dexter. The any light switches and stuff. Bring along some wipes. Clean everything. Those things down before you ever touch them. I'm not kidding you.
30 years of hotels. I'm fine.
Yeah, and you got a bloody shirt on.
I've stayed at 5-star hotels. I've stayed at star.
Well, 5-star hotel, I'm not worried about it.
I've stayed at hotels that probably didn't even get a star. When I was driving back from the Temple Notre Dame game, Notre Dame with my buddy.
Where did you stay? Like a Red Roof or something?
I will not name the establishment, but it was off of a highway and it was a big trucker stop. Oh. And I opened up my room and cigarette smoke.
Oh no!
Even though it was the non-smoking room, John.
You know the truck stop Trixies were there. They were all walking around.
All I know is I didn't clean up a damn thing.
Dude, right? I'm not kidding you.
Hey, whatever.
I woke up in not Nogales, Texas, but we were in Texas, and when I was in the business world, and at night, it was like close to the Mexican border, and I was one of those hotels. It's all I could stay at. Yeah. Me in my fancy suit and everything all hung up, and I felt like just uncomfortable at night. I put the light on, and there were at least 10 to 12 roaches on the bed.
And those are your favorite.
I got up, took my stuff out of the room thinking that it was going to claw on the clothes. I slept in the rental car.
Oh, my God.
I went and slept in the rental car, and I went to another hotel in order to shower and get dressed the next day.
I don't blame you.
There were roaches, like 10 to 12 roaches in the bed. I almost passed out.
That's your least favorite thing in the world.
No, it's horrible.
All right, subscribe, everything like John said you should do. Jay Feely, if you're watching.
AJ Feely. Jay Feely listens too sometimes.
Why not? So Jay Feely, if you're watching.
Jay's in Arizona, though, so he catches us on YouTube.
Tomorrow, Adam Schefter, Wednesday, 4 o'clock tomorrow. Free agency officially opens up, so we'll still have more legal tampering to discuss.
And tomorrow, there will be an Eagles name to talk about.
All right,
Just a prediction.
We'll do that tomorrow. See you.